film, take one. So, you want to work in the film industry? Well,
no, it's the levels. You're way louder than you were before. It's okay. I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit. All right.
so, you want to work in the film industry? Well, where do you go? Well, if you're Canadian, typically you go to either Toronto or Vancouver. But what if you don't want to live there? It's a rather expensive place to live. I mean, is it possible to stay in a small city, medium-sized city, and live and work and make films? What I found out was, in addition to the regular commercials and corporate videos, that type of thing that you find in any city, there's also a lot of independent artists and filmmakers in London, like Matchbox Pictures and the guys that did Tapped Out and Liminality, and there's even an organization called the London Film Association. So I went and talked to all those people.
Yeah, being a filmmaker in London, it's not living in Hollywood. You definitely have to have a day job. I work at a paint store right now. That's my day job.
You know, it's the corporate stuff, the training videos, that sort of thing. I do posts, you know, right to writing and directing in that world too. But, you know, that's the stuff that pays the bills. And then we do our films almost as labors of love, you know, to keep our sanity.
The London Filmmakers Association started off by a local councillor, and its original idea was to promote London as a filmmaking location. That general direction isn't going to happen unless the city gets involved with it. Where it's evolving more so is it's moving into that networking opportunity, mainly because of what I believe to be just financing. I mean, all of us as indie filmmakers or indie video producers, etc., we don't have the resources to necessarily go to conferences and promote London per se. So we're there to look after ourselves and grow and network with each other.
There's certain things that we can do here in London that you could never do in Toronto. I was having a shoot in Victoria Park, and I said, hey, could you cover up these meters? And they came and they covered up the meters. Boom, done. They didn't say, where's your shooting permit? So there's a lot of stuff that you can do in a small city that's normally not used to having productions. And that's what we really like about it, because you know the city and a lot of the local companies will bend over backwards to help us because it is a novelty. You know, they haven't been bombarded with feature film requests. I think the future of filmmaking in London is really good because the technology is getting better and better and better and more accessible to more people. So it's not like, you know, in the old days where you'd have to run to Toronto for absolutely everything. Now the technology is there to allow people to tell stories, and there's a lot more markets for those stories.
Film in London is on the rise. I think it's going to take a lot of work to keep it steady. There's a lot more people here, and there's a lot more people coming back to work in London because now there seems to be more opportunities to do work here. But it's not perfect yet. There's still a lot of limitations to what you can do and how much work there's going to be. But I do think that within the next few years, if things kind of keep progressing the way they are, that London is definitely going to be one of the top places to shoot.
That is optimistic, and I hope the future of filmmaking in London is as bright as Daryl and the others think it is. I decided to ask my interviewees what advice they had for me as someone just starting out in the film industry.
The most important thing is to get an opportunity to go onto a set and just see and learn and experience as much as you can.
Anybody that wants to get into filmmaking, I mean, I'd be the last person to discourage them. And as far as London goes for your location, it's a good location. It's a good place to get your feet wet. As things evolve, it may be a good place to stay. But we all know if you want to get more experience, if it's not happening here, you may need to go to the larger areas. But bear in mind, your competition for a PA job to start in the grunt position is going to be that much tougher to get.
I think just have fun with it, because if you want to do movies, you can't always take it too seriously. You have to do it because you love it. you know, that's the only reason why I can go to a day job and then come home and work another 8 hours in front of my computer, or spend weekends or weeks at a time shooting something, you know, for little to no money because you love doing it. So to anybody who's starting out, I say just give it 110%, because if you love doing it, there's no reason why you shouldn't.
Well, what do you think I should do? Stick it out in London, or move elsewhere and make films? I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you think I should do?
What do you think I should do?
What do you think I should do?